Namaste, namaskaram, vanakkam, namo namaha, Jai Ganesha. Please visit our website at classicalyoga.org, and there's a donate button there. We need your help. So today's podcast, the Hindu yogic science. Remember, brothers and sisters, we follow the Hindu yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle. It's all of those things. Don't separate them out. And please don't say you're a Sanatanist but not a Hindu, or a Vedantist but not a Hindu, or a Saiva but not a Hindu, or a Hare Krishna but not a Hindu, or a Vaishnava or a Shakti but not a Hindu. If we do, we fall into the very trap, the MO of the invaders, divide and conquer. So, science means to know. Veda means to know, but actually more than that. It's a passion to know. Vidya is knowledge, but Veda means we just have to know. So there should be no rift between the Hindu yoga dharma, Hinduism, the Hindu religion, and science, as we're seeking to know. So let's look at the Hindu yogic science, so rare. Sat Chit Ananda is E equals MC square, Shanti. Ganapati Muruga Shiva Shakti is gravity, electricity, magnetism, nuclear home. And don't worry, this works for the other sampradayas as well. Remember, we are a Hindu family, Saiva, Vaishnava, Shakti, the three, Vitarka Mudra. Ganapati Muruga Shiva Shakti, Ganapati Krishna, Vishnu Lakshmi, Ganapati Hanuman Sitaram, Durga Lakshmi Saraswati, Kali Durga Parvati. We are a Hindu family, Saiva, Vaishnava, Shakti, the three. So let us live in harmony. Follow the Dharma and plant your yoga tree, because we all do Karma Bhakti Rajayana, Hatha Mantra Japa Nara Nata Kundalini. So Parinamaha, Yoga Sutras is evolution, you know. Darwin was not the first to know how we grow. Avatar is really evolution's spiraling star. Matsya Tabuta, and round we go. Arabic numerals, you say? The Hindus invented them, and the zero, hooray. For if it were not for the binary system you see, computer, cell phones, tablets, there would not be. And look at the modern guru, mantra, and yoga pretensions. These are all actually Hindu inventions. Karma Bhakti Raja Gyani is all offers ERG and work, heat, light, thermodynamics, which was also Count Rumford's insight. Maslow's hierarchy of human needs was found in the Purusharthas of Hindu psychology, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. In Sociology 101, we find Graves' 7 levels of human aspiration. And in the 7 chakras is a much deeper explanation. And in a way, Hindus may have understood DNA with the symbolism of the intertwining snakes, Nagdevata. Ida Pingala Shushmana, a balanced life makes. To the monotheists, however, over the serpents make a fuss. But remember, all you physicians, regardless of religion, you wear the caduceus. And the discovery of the atom, in a sense, wasn't new. It was found in Hindu philosophy, Vaisesika, Paramanu. And even Robert Oppenheimer, in Los Alamos, he was quoting the Gita as the bomb explodes. If the radiance of 1,000 suns were to burst into the sky, it would perhaps be like the splendor of the Atmana. Divya Surya Sahasrasya Bhavad Yugaparutita Yari Bhava Sadrishi Sasya Basyastasya Ma Atmana. Chandrasekhar. Dr. Subramaniam. He uncovered the star's death, you see. Enter the black hole, full but seems empty. All of this outer show can be found within the lingam and Makali, you know. Dark energy and all the rest. So very difficult to express, but zero to many, vitarka, is closer to reality. Hence the Sanskrit, Tamil, Hindu neuter term, Brahman negate, for the Big Bang you see. Monotheism can be rather crude indeed, rather monistic polymorphism, dharmanupati dharmi. Father's only half the equation and completely denies those of the female persuasion. Jai Mataji. Monotheism, linear thinking, of course, once came to the conclusion that the earth was flat. But the Hindus knew it was round and moving, Jagat. What do you think about that? Let's ponder. The sun is round. The moon is round. The seasons go round. The days go round. Our eyes are round. So to round is the Nabi and the Bindu. Wake up to your inner wisdom, Hindu. So, dear Hindus, now that you know, will you continue to let the Dharma go? Don't be afraid and don't be shy, and please don't hide. Show some concern and backbone for Hindu pride. For if we continue to capitulate rather than educate, the Dharma will only continue to deteriorate. So let's get our heads on straight, my friends, and start at the beginning and not the end. Remember, it's Dvaita to Advaita. It's Vedas to Agamas, Tantras, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Tirukkural, Tirumantam, Puranas, etc., etc. It's Nyaya to Vaisesika, Mimamsa, Vedanta, Sankhya, Yoga. And regarding the Yoga Sutras that have been totally distorted by opportunistic non-Hindus and weak Hindus. Are the Shaddarshanas, the 6 orthodox systems of Hindu philosophy. And it's Ganapati. 2 Matajis, Kali, Durga, Parvati, Mahalakshmi Saraswati, Rudraya Namaha, Agnimile, Skandaya Namaha, Muruganji, Sri Krishna, Vishnu Devi, Sivasakti, Sitaram, Radhakrishna, Ardhinarishvara, Ataraja, Shivalingam, Atmalingam, Paramatmalingam. So, dear Hindus, remember we are Hindus. We do yoga to reach or uncover Atmana. Hindu Yoga Atman. From the Rig Veda, Hindu Samudra Idyarti Vayubhir. Whether you say Hindu doesn't change the meaning. And remember, the very meaning of the word Hindu, Chandra, Sarid, Soma, Bindu. It's what it means to be a Hindu. We worship Chandra, the moon, and Shiva. We worship the rivers, the Matajis, Sarid. We worship the sun, Surya Vishnu, and the Soma nectar within. Chandra Bindu Soma. Chandra Sarid Soma Bindu. This is what it means to be a Hindu. So we're Hindus. Hindu Samudra Idyarti Vayubhir. Fellow Hindus, with the support of the breath, Bir Vayu, grab a hold Idyarti of the cosmic ocean within. Remember this word Hindu. Yes, it's a geographical term, but it's much more than that. It's also a cosmological term. There is a constellation Indus. And an original homeland, right? The Indus River Valley, which becomes then the people and their practices. Hinduism. So we're Hindus. And an identifying mark of the Hindu is the Bindu for many. And even in the Rig Veda, the rishis would refer to themselves not just as Hindus, but as Bindus. Puram Bindu, Vajri Parush Tutaha. Ancient Bindu Hindu Hindu, soulful warrior, Anahata Chakra. Muruganji Skanda, Hanuman, Krishna, Durga Ma, become a youthful, loving warrior, soulful warrior. Puram Bindu Vajri Parush Tutaha. So we're Hindus and we do yoga, all of it. Yoge, samana, parivam sapta shravato ratto gat. Through this lifestyle of yoga, all of it, we find within this body chariot, this ratto gat, our beautiful tranquil nature, samana, parivam. Yoge, samana, parivam sapta shravato ratto gat. And please, cease this spurious yoga wherein people take the once sacred Sanskrit Tamil Hindu word yoga, yogam, and turn it into just an exercise routine or some kind of vague universal spirituality. Come on. This is all about the Hindu dharma. And remember, the proper term for the asanas is hatha yoga. And this is deep into Hindu dharma and was never supposed to be just introduced to the young student. This is more for the advanced, because what's the word hatha mean? It means worship of Hara and Hari, Siva and Vishnu, and the moon and the sun respectively, Tha, Chandra and Surya. Hatha yoga are devotional postures to Hindu deities. And remember that of all of our classic Hindu yogas, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Mantra Yoga, Japa Yoga, Nada Yoga, Nata Yoga, all stimulating the inner Kundalini Yoga, of all of these, there was only one that the Rishi says, don't display this one. Take a wild guess. What's the matter with us? Why do we let these things go for decades and decades before we step up to the plate and correct them? There was only one that they said keep secret, and that's Hatha, the very one that's out there today under the guise of yoga. So is it any wonder why we have hot yoga, power yoga, doggy yoga, laughter yoga, nude yoga, goat yoga, beer yoga, Ted's yoga, Kino yoga, and the Om stars? Oh my goodness. So narcissistic, making money off the backs of what the Hindu rishis created. And all the scandals that have gone with it. Everybody needs to be aware of that. You know, for real, if it's not Hindu yoga, it's all hot, meaning stolen yoga. And look what happened to Bikram. Turned into a criminal, Money and sex got in the way of the teachings. There's been a lot of scandals. Joyce, many of them. They all denied the word Hindu to create a universal following, to bolster their own personality, their ego. And where do we find these hatha yoga asanas and chakras, kundalini, things that seem so chic to many today? Where do we find these? We find them in the classic scriptures. Hatha Yoga Pradipika by Yogi Svatmarama, the Giranda Samhita, Sage Giranda, Siva Samhita inspired directly by Siva and Parvati, and the Siddhasaranta Bharati of Yogi Gorakanath, and all of them said without question that first and foremost they beseeched Adinatha or Shiva, because he's the epitome of the Hatha Yoga. And in every single one of them, in fact in the Siva Samhita there's about 20 references to keeping this secret. As Yogi Svatmarama said in his Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Hatha Vidya, Bhaveda Yavate Guya Niveda Tu Prakash Avaranam. This knowledge, Vidya, of Hatha is powerful, Bhaveda, when you keep it secret, Guya, and also Guha from Buddha, be a warrior. And it loses power, Niveda, when you display it, Tu Prakash Avaranam. So, We're Hindus, we do yoga, all of it. But remember, the true yogi or yogini is a renunciate. Don't run around calling yourself a yogi. A true yogi will really not see. They're off the grid, living an austere life. Remember, Hindus, we're yogis in the sense that we follow the Hindu yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle, karma, bhakti, raja, jnana, hatha, mantra, japa, naranata, kundalini. But we're not yogis if we're not off the grid, living an austere life. Even swamis, they go from brahmacharis to, they should have a period of the yogi phase when they just disappear before they start to teach, if they do. Right? Some never do. They stay isolated. That's to be respected, folks. So we're Hindus, we do yoga, all of it. For what's the goal? Atma Darshana Paramo Dharma. Among all of our other duties in life, our supreme param duty is to realize, see, experience darshana, our atmana, which is not the soul. It's different, right? Soul is still connected to the mind in the West. That's psyche. That's why a psychiatrist is supposed to be a soulful doctor. We go one step further. It's not the body, it's not the emotions, but it's not the mind either. Atmana. It's that inner essence of Jyoti, Shakti, Ananda, Shanti, love, light, and energy. Om, this are we, with emotions, mind, and body. And in the Vedas, Vidmahitva Sahasras Atman, give us this knowledge of Atman. So 3 simple words. We're Hindus. We do yoga, all of it, to uncover Atmana. Hindu Yoga Atmana. And remember, 3 other words, importantly. There's India, Indian, and Hindu. They can be the same or they can be very different. Remember, India is the country. And don't fall into that trap when people say yoga is a gift from India. It's not from India. India is a country. It's from the people, which is obviously it's been stolen. So India is the country. Bharat. Indian is the ethnicity and or nationality. And Hindu is the religion. They can be the same or there can be many combinations. For example, obviously I am a Hindu, but I am not Indian by ethnicity or nationality, and I was not born in India. Been there, spent time there, of course. I have many Indian friends of ethnicity that were born in Trinidad and Fiji, never been to India, and they're Hindus. And then, of course, we all know that there are many Indians that are not Hindus. They may be nothing at all, or they may be Muslims or Christians, Jews. So, remember that. Be very respectful. There's India, Indian, and Hindu. And remember, one can become a Hindu. This was a fault when people didn't make the disciples Hindus. We can convert and adopt. Convert means you have to leave any religion that you were initiated into, and then you convert through a serious process. Adoption is when you have no religion, and you adopt the Hindu Dharma or any religion. But of course it would take study and take full commitment. And an important part of that commitment in most religion is taking on a name indicative of that specific religion. That's why when people convert to Christianity, they become James Patel. They give up their Sanskrit Hindu name, sometimes their last name too, but often they keep that. So too, that's how you recognize a Hindu, by their Sanskrit, Tamil, etc. name. So, we're Hindus, we do yoga to reach Atmana. Stand up for the Hindu Yoga Dharma. Just like Ganesh is. We're coming upon another Ganesh Chaturthi. Take the lesson there that he stood up and he lost his head. What's that mean? You're not always going to win. But if you stand tall, right, in the end, everything will turn out okay. Powerful lessons there. So, Jai Ganesha, Jai Hindu Yoga Dharma. Namaste, Namaskaram, Vanakam, Namo Namaha.